Hey guys, it's your favorite Machinitager here. I'm now actually doing a commentary. I know, it's weird. I just kind of wanted to do something different for First of the Year 5, as opposed to the usual stuff that I do. So, ooh, that was nasty. This is the video I'm going to do. So if you kind of remember, or follow me on Twitter, a long time ago, I asked for you to send me topics or questions that I would answer, and this is the Q&A for it. So let's start off right away with first question from Reese. Why you got a 12-car garage and only got 0 duels? Actually, I have a duel in the works with Kyle from Paradise Perceptions as well. I almost finished my part. I don't know what he's doing yet. But yeah, I finally found my duel, although it's not with Brooks, sadly. Next question is actually from Brooks, saying, how the fuck do I spoon? Well, I have a wonderful video for you.
How to spoon. Dick hard in the butt. Titty in my hand. Kiss your neck. Hell yeah.
Another question from The Real Myth Scrapper, saying, when will we see the full titty? By titty, I'm assuming you mean face, like a face reveal. That's actually just never gonna happen. Sorry to say. And the reason why is kind of fairly obvious in my eyes, is because I just don't want to get memed. Like, just look at any picture of like Spiteful, Nick, any of those guys, Taquin. Question from Korsev, if you guys don't know him, or see him in my mentions every now and then. This guy, I've known him since Modern Warfare 3? Modern Warfare 2? He's like an OG of mine. Like I've played like so many hours of Call of Duty with him. Any upcoming games you're looking forward to? And the answer is not at all. I don't have any games that I'm actually interested in. And I don't really play that many games at all to begin with. Let me just get this snipe. Ooh, there's the double. There's a double. Oh, below me. Anyway, yeah. I don't really follow any of those new games. Like, I know some of them that got announced recently, like Anthem and stuff like that. I think it's Anthem, right? Like, that game looks interesting, but again, it's most likely going to be another Division where it's just going to fail terribly. So even if I'm interested in some upcoming games, I try not to get hyped about them, because at this point in gaming, I'm just always expecting... Oh, that was beautiful. I'm just always expecting like games to flop nowadays, especially Ubisoft ones. Oh wow, I'm actually finding players on MCC. What a surprise. Hey, King of the Hill. Remember when that was a thing in Halo? I do. Oh, okay, so for some reason, we just got kicked out of the lobby. Next question from the Fake Myth Boner. This one's in 2 parts. He asked first, do I spoon IRL?
Dick hard in the butt. Titty in my hand. Kiss your neck. Hell yeah.
Do I know how to spoon? This is a comment from Apex simply saying, mind of a serial killer. Well, actually, I kind of saved this question. Well, it's not really a question, but I saved this comment because I wanted to talk about, ooh, that snapshot right there. That double kill right there. Oh, come on. That wasn't a triple? Come on, let me go on, let me go on. No, are you kidding me? What? Why? Anyway, let's talk about Mind of an Editor. So, if you've been following anything on my channel lately, you might have realized that I kind of stopped doing them. And there's technically 3 episodes left, so I have actually the entire Paths trilogy to do. 2 episodes are scripted. I have to script the other one, but I just haven't had time to sit down and record them yet. I actually prioritized this Q&A first, just because it's supposed to be scheduled for First of the Year. So I kind of stopped doing it because I just didn't like talking about it. There's one episode in particular that's kind of, not embarrassing, but it's just like uncomfortable for me to talk about more than the other episodes. So I've kind of just been procrastinating about it. and I kind of just wanted to change the atmosphere on my channel, because I realized that basically anytime I ever talk on my channel, it's just mind of an editor and talking about how much I hate my content and myself and everything. So I kind of just wanted to have a little lighter conversation with you guys and have some questions and topics going on like this. Another thing I forgot to mention was that after the last 3 episodes of Mind of an Editor, I have no idea what else to do in the future. So like, I don't know what I want to do in terms of extra content on my channel anymore, aside from just regular edits, because I'm not doing any allegory videos anymore since I'm kind of done with that, and any ideas I have I'm saving for Halo 6 because I'm tired of Halo 5 right now. And if I'm done with Mind of an Editor, I have nothing else to talk about, so I guess videos like these are the only extra content that's left for me to do. And that also brings me to the first of the year changes that I planned on making a while ago. And that is, after a while, I kind of realized that I was saving first of the year for special videos, like unique ones, like the gun sync, like that first of the year 3 with that special sort of edgy black and white edit, which was basically a music video. Videos like that are like unique from my point of view. I was kind of like holding off on doing them instead of just making them at any time I wanted. How did I kill that? What are these guys doing? What the? Okay, these guys are... Really? How does that turret not killing them? Basically what I'm trying to say is I could have, for example, okay, a perfect example was Desolation, which was my very first Paragon edit. I was holding off on making that for such a long time because I told myself it doesn't fit on my channel, so I was just going to use it for first of the year 5 as an excuse to upload a Paragon edit when people expect me to make Halo videos. And that's what I want to start moving away from. Like, I want to be known as an editor, not a Halo editor. I want to have the freedom of doing what I want and enjoying it, at the same time of trying new things. So for that reason, I decided to stop doing first of the year content, or just that series. This is the final video that's going to be considered first of the year-ish, because I'm saving this for this first of the year to sort of explain why I'm not doing any in the future. So instead of doing first of the year 6, 7, 8, etc., I'm just going to make unique videos whenever I feel like it. It's not going to have to necessarily be saved for an entire year. Like for example, if I come up with a video idea in February and I get that gut feeling that, oh, it doesn't belong on my channel, I'm not going to save it for like another year just to remove it and then end up being like, oh, I don't like doing this idea anymore, and oh, it didn't do as well as I expected it to. So instead of waiting that much longer, making a video just to see it like flop, for example, just because, you know, people aren't interested in it, I might as well just do it right away and get disappointed as fast as possible so I can move on to other stuff. I kind of overlapped on Korsev's next question, which was, what do you see your channel becoming? So I kind of explained that before. I expect my channel to become a place where I can sort of do whatever I want to a certain extent and get... What are these guys doing? Yeah, I want to be known as just an editor in general, someone who just makes content, who enjoys whatever he makes. I don't want to be constrained to Halo anymore, because a lot of YouTubers actually, you know, like Nick and Taquin, are trying to move on into other things because Halo isn't cutting it for them. And I'm in the same boat. It's just not fun to make content on Halo anymore for me. Speaking of Nick and Taquin, like, those two guys are, like, I look up to them so much because I just see them and how they make their videos. Like, Taquin, when he started, he used to be a montage kid like me. He used to make those Halo 4 ninja-tages and stuff. And then over the years, he moved on to just being himself and making videos on whatever he wants. And Nick too, he can do almost anything he wants and everyone's gonna love him no matter what. So those two guys are like an example of what I would want to become later on. But of course I'd be more focused on editing still. Like Taco now, he hasn't made a montage in forever, or an edit. So of course, edits will always be the main focus on my channel, but at the same time, I kind of want to be like them in the sense that I can do what I want. Nightfall asks, can you be my friend please? Kind of a fun fact, or a sad fact if you will. I actually tried recording this commentary a long time ago, and I added Nightfall as a joke. Like, I don't know your gamer tag, so like look. I just searched up Nightfall. Oh, he's not even there anymore. He's offline. But like, I just searched the Nightfall gamer tag, and he added me back, which I thought was funny. But I mean, if you really want to be my friend on Xbox, just give me your gamer tag, I guess. I don't know what it is. I really don't mind. Tim Bouton. Hey, it's my French man over here. Actually, our first ever interaction we had between Tim and I think it was in French on Twitter. Fun times. Got the double, where's the nair? What? You're not dead? That's a double. That's a triple. No! Where'd it go? Oh my god, I'm so sad. I almost had that. So Tim's question was particular tutorials to recommend for After Effects. If you want to learn anything in After Effects, I strongly suggest you watch, well not watch, but just go to Video Copilot's website, and they have a bunch of resources and videos to teach you how to be better at After Effects. It really helped me out a lot. I'm gonna sound like memey when I say this, but Baker's Tuts is also a cool guy. You'll learn a lot from him. He shows off a lot of plugins, tutorials on things that, you know, you can even request some stuff and he'll do it. I should have said this at the beginning, but I honestly hope none of you are watching this gameplay, because it's going to be awful. Or it has been awful this entire time. I've just been focusing on the questions and trying not to suck at this game, so the gameplay is subpar. Ravager asks, what gives you your ideas for effects or just videos in general? Well, everything just comes from my mind. The mind of an editor. Alright, jokes aside, what I really do, it all depends on the video or the music, what type of video I'm doing. Like, there are some effects that I won't do in, for example, the Allegory of the Void, but I would do in like a contest edit, for example. And all of these ideas for effects and transitions and all that stuff are essentially a backlog from like way back in 2012 when I first started editing for real. So there are edits from there are effects from 2012 that I have yet to do, that I've just been thinking of a better way to implement them in edits. But I mean, most times I don't even think about effects when I'm editing. I just think about the flow and the angles, and I only worry about effects after that's all done. However, there are times where I just scour YouTube and go to like channels like Utopia Artistry, Tech, stuff like that, and I just look at all the cool kids, how they edit, and I just look at what they do with their effects, and I try to implement them into Halo if I think they're cool enough or possible in Halo. And if they're not, I try my best to not copy them, because, you know, no one ever likes copying other people. But I just draw inspiration from those other editors that are way better than me and who edit games that are much more supportive of editors, like Call of Duty on PC and stuff. Question from Greenie asking, do I have any other hobbies besides editing? Well, as a matter of fact, I enjoy some little level design. I used to do that a lot back in like 2013. I actually went to a camp at Ubisoft to learn how to, you know, how gaming works, how game development works and all that stuff. So it was like pretty much my dream to become a level designer. And then my dreams were crushed when I realized that the gaming industry is awful. So I kind of gave up on that. But I still do it when, you know, in Forge maps and whatnot. I enjoy forging a lot. I also enjoy writing stories, and I kind of implement that into my own videos with the Allegory of the Void and There's also my Halo 6 story that I've been working on that I really enjoy writing up. I'm almost done with it. It's obviously going to be heavily changed by the time Halo 6 even gets announced. But I really wanted to be prepared this time instead of making garbage like the Allegory of the Void, because that was an unorganized mess, and I really want to avoid that in the future. I also played basketball when I was in secondary school, which is basically high school in the US. Oh, that's a triple. No, 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 don't kill me. Oh, come on. I mean, I don't play basketball anymore, and after basketball, I went to flag football. I played with my brother for a year? I think it was a year that I played with him. And now that I'm in university, I kind of stopped doing any of that stuff. I also enjoy coding and web design, stuff like that. I've made a few websites myself. Not as good as I hope them to be. There are kind of two that I'm really proud of. One's my portfolio, and the other one's a website I made for my school, actually. So I kind of enjoy that. Question from Jeremy: who is your favorite Halo player? I mean, in terms of like pros playing competitive Halo, I don't really follow comp Halo at all, so I don't know anyone, and like I don't know the teams, I don't know the players, but just Halo player in general, I'd have to say it would be Nick, because I've been with him for such a long time, and I've seen him grow and change as a Halo player, and just the amount of hours he's put into this franchise as a whole, and just the crap that he's dealt with, and the fact that he still manages to enjoy this game. Like, especially Halo 5, like, I abandoned Halo 5 a long time ago, but Nick still keeps going. He's still going on strong, making videos every day. He's actually doing his daily December. I would not be able to do that at all, so in my eyes, that's probably my favorite Halo player of all time. If I could sleep with Cortona, would I? I actually looked this up, and Cortona is a town in Italy, so I wouldn't want to sleep with an entire town that doesn't speak my language. To answer Jeremy's final question, who is the best editor in my opinion? Well, it's kind of hard to tell because there are multiple kinds of editors, and they're all in different groups. So you have like the montage editors, you have the weirdos like me who make machinotages, you have edit editors. I don't know how to explain what that group is, but you know what I mean. Basically everyone in Paradise Perceptions. Those are edit editors. So with all those types of different people, it's kind of hard to say who's the best one. But if I were to give like the best out of each category, montage editors, I don't know, because I've stopped following montages a long time ago when I stopped doing them myself. I rarely watch any montages, so I can't really tell who would be the best editor in my opinion when it comes to that. In terms of like edit editors, I'd have to say Reese, just because he's a young god. Also, rest in peace, Reese. His ghost chills out in our server though. Pyro asks, what PC do you have and how does it handle After Effects? I actually don't know what like the specs are and everything by heart. It's custom built. I made it myself. GTX 1070, has an i7, it has hella storage. Yeah, 16 gigs of RAM. And I mean, how does it handle After Effects? Well, anything can handle After Effects, really. A PC like that, if it doesn't handle After Effects, is a big problem. The Amazing Whale, Vantave Anime asks, what is the first thing you ever edited? It's actually quite embarrassing, but at the same time it's not, because it was an old video. Give me that, don't steal it, come on, yes. Anyway, what was the first thing I ever edited? It was a really, really old Modern Warfare 3 montage. I kind of don't want to link it, but at the same time I do. I don't know, you'll probably have to find it yourself. Next question was, how much do you think you've improved over the years? Short answer is a lot, but not enough. Like, looking back at my old videos, they're all very hard and very embarrassing to watch. And nowadays, they're a lot better. but I'm still at the point where I don't like anything I make. Like, even if I release a video and I say like, oh, this is amazing, I'm proud of everything I made here, like a week later, I'm just gonna look back at it and be like, what is this garbage? My main goal would be to just get to the point where I can actually appreciate and enjoy something I make instead of always hating it for some reason. My favorite food? Probably peanut butter. Which one of your works are you most proud of? Probably my favorite work would be Divergence. Just because it was so unique, even for the type of videos I make. Like, I could not even classify what type of edit that was. Because I still made it fit into the allegory of the void, but it was just so different from what I usually do. What content creation tools would you like to see in Halo 6? I mean, this is never gonna happen because it's 343, but I could list on all the things you would need as an editor to like properly make edits. But at the very least, what 343 needs to do is have all of the tools that were in previous Halos. I hate how in most games, most Halo games, I hate how they've like backtracked on a lot of features and tools that we used to have but don't have anymore. Basic things like a timestamp, like a basic thing like a timeline just is no longer present in Halo 5. Like, you just press skip forward until you find your clip and you have no idea like where you are in time for the video. Like, just basic stuff like that. File share, time scale are good things for editors, you know, just basic stuff like that. Like, all the things we had in previous Halos, I just don't understand why we don't have them in newer Halos. It's embarrassing to see that 10-year-old games like Halo 3, for example, have more features for content creators than Halo 5 does. It's just absurd. My favorite dog breed and ice cream flavor. I don't know anything about dogs, so I don't really have a favorite dog breed. And I don't eat ice cream either, so I don't have a flavor for that. Sorry to disappoint you on that last question. And that was the very last question that I got on Twitter. Unfortunately, I only asked on Twitter. I could have made an announcement video, but I felt that would have been a bit out of place on my channel, so I kind of only kept it on Twitter for now. But I mean, if you're a subscriber who doesn't follow me for some reason, you totally should. And if you somehow missed my tweet about the Q&A, I guess you could leave a question you have or a topic you want me to talk about in the comments, and who knows, maybe I'll make another one of these if ever you guys want some.